listening to your podcast since the very first episode. As you well know, in recent weeks, the content has changed from an internet-centric, hi-fi, Wi-Fi website podcast to a degraded chat fest between two dumb dopes. I don't like it anymore. You are letting me down. I'm your mama pasta. You're never gonna make me proud when you do such a stupid podcast. It's not even about the internet anymore. Please have me as a guest on next episode so I can scare you straight. Yours sincerely is me, Mama Pasta Vafangu. Love, Mama Pasta. Yours in good faith, Madame Pasta. X.
And that's a letter we received from one of our top viewers, one of our best viewers, Mama Pasta, and we feel it's important that we reach out to our listeners because they really are our listeners and they really do make the show us and ours. So we've got Mama Pasta in the studio today to just talk to her about, what she wants for the podcast, what she wants to see, because your input is truly important.
Grazie mille. Ciao bambino Ado. I noticed your handsome friend Ross, he went on a tomato run.
He did, yeah, unfortunately.
Which is what we call the pee.
The toilet.
In Italy.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be in the toilet for a while. So I thought I'd sit on the cans and try to scare you straight.
Okay. So what was your plan, Mama Pasta, to scare me straight?
When I sent my letter, I didn't know if I'd get a response.
Uh-huh.
I got a response immediately. That's part of the wonders of the internet.
It is good. I mean, we're always, like I've said before.
I got your email on my Yahoo account straight away.
Mamapasta at yahoo.com.
See?
Yeah.
69. I booked a flight on Air Italia to come and see my boys. My bambini.
Well, we really appreciate it, Mama Pasta, and we're so glad you could be here with us. To just, because we feel that the podcast is sort of, it has strayed from what it originally wanted to be.
It's a beautiful podcast. Beautiful podcast. It's like a nice hot, sweaty spaghetti bolognese sauce. Nice beef. Nice pasta. Great tomatoes. A little bit onion.
Uh-huh.
A little bit pepper. But delicious. All of a sudden, last 6-7 weeks,
Uh-huh.
pardon my language, there's a bug in the pasta.
Okay.
There's a stink bug. You don't put a stink bug in the pasta.
No.
And I found it so strange. My nice boys, degrading themselves with a pee-pee talk. Pardon my language.
Well, pardon our language, Mama Pasta. We're truly sorry for any offense we may have caused.
It caused a lot of offense. My boy Ricky, he's my little boy. He's only 90 years old.
Uh-huh.
He lives in Campania
Uh-huh.
with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He's cannot listen anymore.
Okay.
Because of the words ass. Because of the words booger. Because of the words cunt.
We do say cunt a lot.
And it's your fault. You and the Ross.
Okay, not just me.
It's a 50-50.
Okay.
60-40. Your fault mainly. Because you're older.
Yeah.
I'm older than you.
You are
but
older
you
than
said
me.
older than Ross. Own up to it.
I should have been the senior
Own
one in the
up to it.
podcast. I do.
See.
I apologize. And little Ricky, if you're
Vafangu.
listening, now we'll say butt, we'll say snotty, and we'll say shit instead of cunt.
No.
I think that's probably
Adam.
pull it back a little bit.
Say butt.
Okay, butt and
Say weenie.
butt weenie.
Instead I can't say pardon me.
Pardon me. Okay, butt weenie, pardon me.
See?
Well, what do you look for in a good podcast, Mama Pasta? Because we want to know what we can do to change our podcast back to make it something that is a good pasta meal for you again.
See, I look for the podcast the same thing I look in a Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Okay.
It's gotta be nice.
Uh-huh.
It's gotta be cool.
Yeah.
It's gotta have a kind of a sideways glance at society. It's a little weird. It's kooky.
Yeah.
It's not a normal podcast. Mark Maron, WTF.
Uh-huh.
No. It's a little quirky.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit.
It's not in our time with Melvin Bragg. It's maybe a bit quirky crazy.
Okay.
And you don't say the C bomb.
Yeah, okay.
Can't.
You don't say that.
No, if you say the C bomb in a podcast, it makes you a real pardon me. If you catch my drift.
I catch your drift.
You're a bag in a pasta sauce. No. You be nice boy, Leaning Tower of Pisa. Win an award.
Okay.
Win a BAFTA.
I get it.
See? BAFTA is a very nice award, Stephen Fry.
Uh-huh.
You don't fry pasta, you boil it.
Of course.
See?
I get it, Mama Pasta.
Stephen Boyle would be a better actor.
Stephen Boyle. Susan Boyle.
Pardon?
Susan Boyle is...
Who's in this?
Susan Boyle's a famous British actress, singer, singer-songwriter who won Triple X Factor, I think, about in 2008.
Triple XL Factor.
So you do know who Susan Boyle is.
Bazinga.
You're a Big Bang Theory fan.
I'm a pretty big Bang Theory fan.
Okay. I love a Bang Theory.
I'm a medium Bang Theory fan.
Yeah.
I like the Sheldon.
Uh-huh.
We talk about the Sheldon on the early episodes of the podcast.
We do. We're big Sheldon fans
I
ourselves.
don't like Howard, if that's
No.
one of the characters.
It is. What about Raj?
Raj, it reminds me of me when I was younger.
Okay. Quiet.
Very smart physicist. Not great with the ladies.
Was that a problem for you when you were younger, Mama?
No.
Oh, okay.
Mind your own business. He's a
apologize.
rude boy.
Yeah. Well,
A rolling pin is great for rolling out lasagna strips.
thank you. for that
Grazie
cooking
mille, va
tip.
bene.
Have you got any other cooking tips for us?
I will sparkle them in throughout the podcast rather than give you them all at once.
Okay, so kind of like you would sparkle in some salt on a lasagna to keep it crisp in the
Well, I
oven.
wouldn't say that. Putting words in my mouth. But if it's a worker for you,
If it
you
works
gotta
for you.
stay away from salt because you're using a slag.
In the pasta.
You're using a slag, just saying.
Thanks, Mama Pasta. I appreciate
We have a
your
phrase in
candor.
Italy for people like you. We say, go to the other market. It's like, don't shop at our market in this town,
Uh-huh.
Calabria, which is a region, really. Go to the other town, Modena.
Yeah, okay.
They're famous for balsamico. We're famous for olive oil. That's a nicer sauce.
It's a nicer sauce.
Balsamic is nice in a glaze.
Uh-huh.
Being a sauce, it's a bad bomb.
Okay.
It's a bad bomb. Don't say it isn't. I'll call you a slag. I swear I'm a little baby. My new little baby, Marco.
Marco.
He's only 9 years old.
Okay.
He's this high, points to waist. And then I point at you, points to waist. Because you're a slag, your waist to
You
space.
waste the space.
Not to be rude. Pardon me.
No, I appreciate your candor.
I got a scooter and so does everyone in my country. In Holland they have a bike. You tell me which is the better.
Do you really want me to tell you? Or is that
Yeah.
scooter?
See?
Yeah. I mean,
You ever been to Italy, Adam?
I've never been to Italy, Mama Pasta. I've been to France. I've been to Germany.
Yeah.
But I've never been to that third special golden, the golden part of the triad, Italy, the top. And if it's a triangle, Italy would sit at the top. But if you flip it down,
See.
Italy's at the bottom, but it's still the top of the triangle.
I follow your logic. I have a mathematics degree in triangles.
Okay, so you know
Just kidding.
the triangle. Well,
I've
okay,
seen a triangle though.
haven't we all?
Pizza is like a triangle when you cut it, so it's
It is.
not new to me.
And if you were to put a pizza over France and Germany
It's
and
perfect
Italy,
metaphor,
it would fit. It would go to all three.
Great Britain is an anchovy.
that you chuck to the side.
It's a falling off the pizza. I didn't order anchovies on my pizza. I'm Italian. I have it plain.
You have the plain pizza.
Buffalo mozzarella.
Mm-hmm.
Bread in the bottom. It's made with bread.
It is.
It's a tomato base. I don't care what kind of tomato you use. And a little sprig of rocket just to bring it up.
Uh-huh.
And you need a rocket up your asshole to make this podcast great again. And that's why I'm here.
So, I mean, in the earlier podcasts, we spoke about the internet and we talked about, websites we had seen and, funny jokes that we had seen on the internet. We gave each other quizzes. We told funny jokes that we had seen. Do you think we should go back to that?
Sure.
Okay. We will.
A little formless. Oh, you will?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Okay. We'll just do it for you. Do you have a flight? Booked home?
I'm going to roll back.
You can roll back.
Abracadabra.
Oh, she's gone.
Mama Pasta
She's gone.
leaves us once again.
Wow. She just disappeared. Hi, everyone.
This is Ross.
This is Ross. I just came back from the toilet. I was just spending a tomato. And, so what did Mama Pasta say? I only caught the end of it.
I really didn't understand most of what she said. I'm going to be honest. I caught a couple words. She said mozzarella, I think 3 times.
Yeah.
She said Marco or Rufio, I think was his son's name. I think it was Rufio.
I heard her called you a slug. That was
she said
intelligible.
That. Yeah, and then at the end she said abracadabra and disappeared, and I think that was the most I got. But I made a promise.
Well, she probably just wanted us to continue
to go
doing
on
it as we have been doing it. So.
I feel like that was probably what I promised, but I can't really remember.
Well, the Romans didn't win.
Exactly.
So we don't have to speak Italian.
I feel like if I've already forgotten what I promised, it probably doesn't count.
Yeah, that's definite loophole. That's how they win in Liar Liar.
It is, yeah.
How Jim Carrey wins.
He forgets to lie, and then he forgets that he just forgets everything at the very end.
It's the same as in The Cable Guy. Like, he forgets that he's watched so much TV that it's messed him up.
Yeah.
So he doesn't jump off the satellite dish.
I remember that. Actually, all of his movies end like that. In The Mask, he forgets to hold the mask and drops it back into the river.
Yeah, he's just sitting... He's talking to Cameron Diaz on the Manhattan Bridge, I think, or wherever it is.
He is, yeah.
Holding the mask. Sort of absent-mindedly goes, oh, did I remember to read the newspaper today? And then the mask slips in slow motion... And then the words come up on the screen, David Kramer. And no one has ever known what that means. But it is an anagram of Creep Carey, I think.
Creep Carey.
So maybe that's something to do with it. David Kramer, Creep Carey. It's a perfect anagram.
Yeah.
Nagaram, as I call them.
I've called them that before, but never in public.
Is Adam an anagram of anything?
Yeah. Madda. Like mad A.
Madda most foul.
Or a mad. As in something is mad. It's not
or not mad. It's not mad, it's a mad.
It's like a mad.
Like
asexual.
Asexual.
Yeah.
Pertinent example.
I'm not mad, I'm a mad.
Yeah, you're totally on the level.
I'm never mad.
Cool, calm, collected, crisp in every way. Equipoised. And calm and cool and collected and crisp in every way. And that's your family crest. Family crisp.
Yeah, I have it tattooed down my back.
My family crisp would be ready salted.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I'm a prawn cocktail kind of guy.
Well, that's
as a family crisp.
Sort of fishy.
Yeah. That's a family crisp. My personal crisp would be probably cheese and onion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So I'm a cheese and onion in a bag of prawn cocktails.
Yeah, and I would consider myself a piece of popcorn because of my great love of movies among a bag of ready salted because my family is they like to fly on planes.
Like a single piece of popcorn or like a pack of Butterkist?
3 kernels of Butterkist that have fused together. One of them hasn't quite popped.
Okay.
An unpopped kernel, 2 popped kernels. Sweet, not salty. Just
really?
to contrast with the rest of the salted crisps.
What are your opinion on sweet and salted mixed together?
What are my opinion on sweet and salted mixed together? Pro. I'm pro. I like the surprise element of it. It's sort of like the shit version of Revels.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, sweet. Oh, sweet again.
Oh,
salted.
Yeah. And
That's
it really
a
makes the
surprise.
movie more interesting when you've got a bucket of what we call popcorn.
Peepo is what it's called internationally, yeah.
to just chuck down your gullet throughout the entire movie. It really makes the movie experience a lot, dare I say, fresher.
I can't remember the last time I sat through a whole movie with a bucket of Peepo to reach for.
For me, a movie without a bucket of Peepo is a real Rotten Tomato.
I think that's why they call it that.
Yeah.
Because obviously, famously, when cinemas run out of popcorn, they fill up the popcorn area with Rotten Tomatoes because that's the international symbol of we're out of Peepo. So
No more Peepo.
no more Peepo means bad film. So
I wonder if Mama
Rotten
Pasta
Tomato.
would have had anything to say about Rotten Tomatoes. Should have asked.
Probably, but we don't know magic, so we can't
We
summon her
have
back.
literally no idea where she's gone.
No, she could have gone. I mean, the fool's money would be that she's in the next room. The smart money would be that she's gone back to Italy.
Yeah.
Um,
To
Who
show
knows?
up in another market.
yeah, you know what? It's none of our business.
It really isn't.
She's a 99-year-old woman.
She's a 99-year-old, heavily enigmatic woman.
She can do whatever the hell she wants, and she looks 50. She
I
looks
would've-
tremendous for her age.
I would have said 48.
I think it's the milk baths.
Probably. Daily milk baths.
Yeah.
And it's all full fat, no semi-skimmed for her.
No. You
She
don't want
described
thick
this
skin.
before we came on air, before we started recording live. She has milk baths every day.
Every minute.
She came
That's
in,
probably where she went.
She came in like a pail of milk.
Yeah.
And then
Well, milk is very pale.
it is, yeah.
That's why they call it that.
She wasn't though.
No.
She wasn't-
Beautiful
she was-
olive skin and the way that those beautiful Italian people have.
She was kind of bright red towards the end.
Yeah, that's probably because she was thinking about tomatoes. And she was
Changes
like
colour.
a chameleon. You know?
Yeah.
She was so hungry that she was starting to, they say you are what you eat, but you are also what you want to eat.
That's true.
So that's why I look like sour Skittles all the time.
Obviously, because you always want to eat sour
I always
Skittles.
want to be eating sour Skittles.
Yeah.
Even when I'm being really physically sick.
Mm.
I'm still thinking, I wish I could stop being sick so I can cram some
Cram
more
more
sour
sour
Skittles
Skittles
in my
in my
mouth.
mouth, yeah.
And I don't think the two are unrelated. Put it that way.
No.
I eat 66,000 sour Skittles a day. I counted it last week.
66 is a very
66
normal
is,
number.
I think that's probably roughly the amount in a normal bag.
Mm-hmm.
In one of the sort of party bags, which I would consider nothing.
No,
Just
not
like
even a bag.
Just not even a bag, not even a one
Mhm.
Skittle. You'd probably get about 1,000. So I
How-
have 66 of those a day just to put it in.
How big would a single Skittle need to be? Like if it was one Skittle
Yeah.
to quench your sate, your quenching for a big Skittle.
Yeah. Enormous. The size of your head. To put it in.
That's not as big
physical
as I
dimensions.
would have hoped. I mean, that's big. That's a big Skittle.
The problem is I wouldn't do it because it's actually part of this enjoyment of Skittles for me is the sensation of hundreds of them floating around in my mouth, creating different flavors like little exploding bath bombs.
Like millions of Skittles.
Yeah, it's like millions of Skittles. It is millions of Skittles.
Yeah.
It's one
Not
of those,
like, it is.
It's one of those similes that works because it is also the exact thing that is happening.
It's happening, yeah. Yeah, I get that. That's cool.
And I'm always smiling when I'm having Skittles, which is I keep sending them emails to the marketing department saying, please use this as the new Skittles slogan.
I'm always smiling while I'm having Skittles.
Yeah.
You gotta
and
say it
this
like
picture
that.
me on the bag.
Uh-huh.
I was in New York last week. And I
Uh-huh.
went to the M&M store.
Oh, cool.
I don't
Was that
like-
the big one in Times Square that has the very large red M&M on a TV outside and he looks at you?
Yes, the yellow one though.
Oh, is it the
you're
yellow one?
Wrong.
Peanut.
It's peanut.
I'm
and
fond of peanut myself.
Peanut gives you a glare when you go in. How did they get that man that big to do that?
I don't understand. The technology is maddening. And, you know, I'm surprised J.K. Simmons has a fairly established acting career.
Yeah, but there's no bigger gig than being the guy
But,
outside the
You know,
Times Square
he's just-
M&M store.
He's trapped on the Times Square television as a yellow M&M.
He gets paid $100 billion a day to do that job. And you're going to tell me that he's going to turn that down to do more jazz drumming bullshit? No.
Doubt it.
Was he going to do the sequel to that? Drumming again.
Whiplashed.
Whiplashed. Call it Whiplashed. All you like. It's not going to win another Oscar. It's not
No.
going to earn him as much as M&M's.
You can't. One thing I've realized while being an avid movie fan, and I've been an avid movie fan for nigh on all my life, is a movie can't win an Oscar twice.
No, it's Double Jeopardy.
This is something we never
Even
brought
the
up.
movie Double Jeopardy didn't win 2 Oscars.
Yeah, this is something we never brought up when we were talking about the Oscars. But, you know, the reason that they were all new films, you can only win an Oscar once. And you
That's
can't
for
even...
the best, because otherwise it would just be Patch Adams. Patch Adams, 1998. Patch Adams, 1999. Patch Adams. Flip forward 10 years, 1999. Patch Adams.
Patch
again.
Adams.
And it's just, I'm sick of Patch Adams.
Unfortunately.
And that's what the Academy
It's a
would have
great
said.
movie, but...
Well, yeah, it would have won every year.
One thing I don't realize is, even if a movie came out, so say, you know, we're talking Superman versus Batman or Batman versus Superman, whichever one you want to be the top dog.
Yeah.
It came out 2 years ago, and I thought, well, it didn't win an Oscar in 2016, but it's a for surefire winner in 2017. No, if you're released that year, that's the only shot you get at an Oscar.
I don't think that's how it should be, because it's a bit like you could play a song, it would be a great song, but it might not be the right moment for it.
Exactly, and
Like,
it wasn't
if
the
you
right
released-
moment for Superman versus Batman.
Right. If you released Disco Fever in 1541, you'd have been hanged to death.
By the neck.
By the neck to death.
Uh-huh.
And that's how the Bee Gees would have gone. It would have been an auto da fe for the Bee Gees.
They wouldn't have been staying
Burned.
alive.
No, they've been burned at the stake.
Yeah. Would have been mercilessly, brutally killed.
Yes, all of them. All the Gibbs.
And they would have been Gibbs.
But if you release that song in 1971, it's a sensation. It changes the whole generational flow. Disco is king.
So, piece of advice
with movies,
to all you avid movies and avid musicians, release your music when it's made. And release your movies in the year that they are completed. Because that's the only time you can do it.
but also the Academy should look back. Every year, the Academy should have to watch every film ever made.
They probably should.
They should, and then they should be like, is this the year when actually maybe we didn't understand it at the time, but Jumanji is the best picture this year?
Are we talking Jumanji Robin Williams,
that's
or are we
confusing.
talking Jumanji Rock Johnson?
Let me try and think of a film that hasn't had a remake. Nope, can't
No.
do it. Well, Citizen Kane, for example. Everyone hated it when it came out because there was no such thing as newspapers then.
That had a remake.
Click.
Yeah, Click.
With
I'm
Adam
pretty sure
Sandler.
Click was Citizen Kane. It just they couldn't get the rights to the name.
They were going to call it Citizen Click, but they ran out of characters.
Citizen Click.
It's funny when to imagine yourself with a Click remote. If we haven't already talked about this. In this.
I think we've talked about Click before, but I've never seen Click, and I still have not continued to watch it.
Okay, well, this is actually more interesting.
Okay.
Talking to the uninitiated, I, of course, have seen Click 66,000 times. One for every skill I have a day.
Exactly, yeah.
So I'll never watch it again. It's perfect at the moment. As someone who's never seen it, how would you use the remote? So he can do...
I've seen the trailer,
Okay. Oh, well.
and I've seen that he uses
That's
it to
given
slow
it
down
one.
time so he can look at
big bouncy boobies.
look at girls' boobs,
Yeah.
which is not what I would use it for, because it's a woman's right to choose.
And you would fast forward through that because of disgust.
Oh no. I would probably use it just to stop time while I was playing my video games. So play my video games for a little bit longer.
Mortal
with
Kombat.
Would my Mortal Kombat stop? Would Kano stop moving if I stop
That's
time?
an interesting philosophical question. I would say the rule would be games that came out before you got the remote can keep going, but games that come out after are bound by the rules of the Click universe.
So I can play Mortal Kombat 1, but I can't play Mortal Kombat 2, which I plan to buy next week when I've saved up enough pocket money.
Yeah, you can't. If you played that and you paused it, the characters would be paused.
That doesn't
So you
matter.
could stare at the screen
Well, that's
and
mostly...
examine the headdresses and the uniforms.
To be quite honest, with Mortal Kombat 1, that's mostly what I do.
I know.
Because I'm not allowed to play... I'm not allowed to see any blood.
No slashing.
So I
no
can't do
bashing.
any attacks. And if anybody attacks me, I have to turn off the console as quick as possible. So
Turn
I mostly...
the knob immediately.
I start a fight and just pause. And I'm Sub-Zero. Because it gets very, very, very cold in my game room. But
yeah, I've been in there. It's a walk-in fridge.
it's a fun locale, I think. for
Well, it
games.
reminds you of the scenes in Rocky when he would go and beat up that bit of meat in the meat factory to get better at fighting.
Exactly, yeah. And I always beat the meat in the game room.
Oh, you know what that sounds like, though? It's like a double meaning.
Oh, I
Sounds
get
like
it.
You're masturbating.
Masturbation. I can, well...
Oh, right. No.
Very intentional.
No denial, ladies and gentlemen. He did it by mistake, but he actually meant... Actually, it was true.
Well, what I meant to say was much more literal, but I'm glad it was a double entendre.
Yes.
But with the click remote, that's all. What does he do in the movie? Doesn't he die at the end? Doesn't he reverse his whole life? And
No.
He's like a little Adam Sandler, and he's Adam Sandler's head on a baby.
Nah, there's no... You're thinking Little Robber, whatever that film is, with
The one with the Wayans brothers.
With the Wayans brothers.
Yes.
Which is excellent. It's an excellent movie.
It's a great romp.
It's a great romp, but how the hell did they get his head on a baby's body?
I think
Little
that was
Man, it's called Little Man.
I think that was the tagline.
Yeah.
How the hell did they get his head on a baby's body?
Marlon Wayans on a baby's body. Matt, is it Marlon that ends up? I think so.
It's
one, the more
one of the Wayans brothers.
Loudly funny Wayans. I think probably Marlon. Marlon is a kind of fish.
Marlin is a kind of fish.
So actually, if you go to top level fishing contests, you will see a lot of Marlon Wayans.
Yeah.
When they decide who's got the biggest fish.
That's good.
That's how they decide who wins. And I would love to have been at the Little Men premiere to make that joke to Marlon, because we would have got on.
Well, he's still doing movies.
He's still a baby.
They couldn't get his head off.
He's a method actor.
Yeah.
They had the signs to put his head on a baby's body, but they certainly didn't have the signs to get it put back. And
no.
Bad luck picking the only baby that was stuck as a baby forever.
That's just poor luck. He'd hoped he'd grow up again, but
I think someone used the pause button on the click remote on that baby's development.
Probably did. Which I think is the plot of
Click 2.
Click 2 and Boss Baby, I was going to say.
And Citizen Kane.
Yeah, of course.
Because, of course, Marlon Wayans is the boss baby of comedy. That's what he's known as.
Well, now he is. Now that his body's permanently trapped on a baby.
Yeah, well, he'll do, like, Def Comedy Jam or whatever, and he'll be brought out in his little bassinet. And then he'll come out and he'll be, like, making jokes about the women with the big asses.
Uh-huh.
But so all the women are repulsed.
He's kind of like the baby in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's that same sort of humor. You know,
I'm not allowed to see that film.
The one who
was the scenes at the end where they get melted.
Of course, when Christopher Lloyd melts them all.
Yeah, I saw that when I was young, and it scarred me. So I screamed for a month at him.
Till you were hoarse.
Ever since, I've been banned from seeing it.
That's fair. I mean, it's a scary film. It frightened me when he melts the shoe and then he turns into a flat man.
Of course, I stopped watching after that point, so I still don't know who framed Roger Rabbit.
It was Bob Hoskins.
What? Really?
It was actor Bob Hoskins.
Oh.
He comes out of character. He's not...
Hello.
Whatever the character's name was. David the detective.
David Hoskins.
Yeah. It wasn't a great disguise.
No.
He comes out of his disguise and he's Bob Hoskins and he's framed Roger Rabbit.
Hello, Roger Rabbit. It's me, Bob Hoskins. And I done a number on you. I was born within the sound of the bow bells. You're gonna bow to prison.
I'm gonna bow you in prison, Roger.
I'm gonna Roger you in prison, Bo. Gross. Of course, then he committed a crime so that he would be in prison too for life.
Yeah.
He killed a man.
Well, he killed in the next movie.
And that was his big plan, so that he could spend life in prison as a cellmate with Roger Rabbit, because he loved him so much. He found him so funny.
He really did.
Although then, of course, in the next movie, number 3, he works out that he didn't like Roger Rabbit. He liked Bug Bunny. He got so mad.
They're easy to mix up because both of them are rabbits.
And funny rabbits.
Yeah.
Roger Rabbit's maybe a bit more sort of like mature than...
He's a little bit more...
Bugs Bunny.
He's more
Bugs
mature
Bunny
than
will
Bugs
do,
Bunny.
like, jokes about carrots.
And Roger
Rabbit's like banging some really hot broad.
Yeah.
For a living.
There was another
like
rabbit.
Really, really, really hot. Like, it's still my most crush ever.
top one crush.
Yeah.
What was the character's name again?
Selma or something like that. Patty and Selma.
Patty and Selma.
Something like that. I don't know.
Patty and Selma.
What's her name? Patty and Selma.
Patty and Selma.
Yeah.
It was like her second name was Selma and her first name was Patine.
Patine.
Poutine Selma.
Yeah, like either like the Russian dictator or Patina.
Roger really liked to poutine eating Selma.
Yeah. I want to poutine Selma, but Roger got to poutine Selma, which is very jealous. I'm very jealous.
It is very jealous.
I am very jealous.
Can't be helped.
Well, he's a very charismatic rabbit, and I'm just a fucking dumb person.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, if only the movie was true, and you could Bob Hoskins took away Roger Rabbit for 100 years to prison to poutine
To putting him.
to poutine him in prison. And
No,
then-
I don't think they were fucking. I don't think
No,
there was
no,
any
no, I meant
insinuation
he-
that Bob Hoskins was sensually in love with Roger Rabbit. He actually didn't care for Roger Rabbit. He wanted to enjoy the company of Bugs Bunny in a strictly platonic sense.
Okay.
Made an admin error. Ended up with Roger Rabbit, another alliterative rabbit or bunny, and no, they're probably just having a great laugh in there, you know,
Yeah.
like some of
Okay.
the cheerier scenes in
Roger Rabbit.
The Green Mile.
Oh, The Green Mile. Okay.
You know those films where they make jail seem like it's quite good fun, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden someone gets stabbed, and it's like, oh, it's not fun. Remember,
Yeah, yeah. Well, most prison movies.
that's pretty much the plot to most. I watched The Rock on the plane to New York.
Okay.
This is true. I watched The Rock, finished The Rock, and then watched Rocky.
Oh,
There's
wow.
2,000 films available on
Really?
Delta's entertainment
I was about to
complex.
say, they've chosen very rock-based films.
I watched one, saw the next film alphabetically in order, and thought, yeah, that'll do. I don't have to look anymore.
Rocky, why not?
Rocky,
two
why
movies.
not?
Two movies I'm sure you've seen many times.
Yeah, The Rock, I think in particular, I've seen it numerous times.
Yeah,
but
I've seen The Rock a lot as well.
I just thought I'm really going to enjoy this on a plane, and I was right. It was excellent.
It's a great movie. I would have, personally, if we were talking Nicolas Cage films, I would have gone for Con Air.
Con Air wasn't available, and I also didn't want to
Ah.
watch anything that even showed a slight indication of a plane crash on a plane because it's scary stuff.
That's fair.
The-
That's why I would have watched it, just for that sick thrill.
Delta is an American airline operator,
Uh-huh.
and I was very intrigued that I'm not to cast any aspersions on Great America, the Great and Wonderful. But whereas European pilots, I've noticed, refer to difficult flying conditions as turbulence, the American pilot referred to it for the mostly American passenger group as tough air. I thought it was kind and patronizing.
It is kind of patronizing because tough air is...
Tough air.
Tough air makes me think of something very different.
Like farts.
Yeah, parts are tough air.
Yeah.
Or I meant more just like the air itself is thick. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
It's like
We're moving very
it's
slowly.
like a
It's
difficult
tough air.
substance to get through.
Yeah, it's like custard. You run over it.
Turbulence is self-explanatory.
Unless you don't know the word, in which case,
Well, yeah,
it's
in
just
which case,
gobbledygook.
yeah, in which case it is literally nonsense.
Yeah, turbulence. Tough air you can work out. We know tough. Tough's one of the first words we all learned.
Tough was the first word I learned.
Yeah, because it's like, don't eat that, it's tough. Or like, don't point fun at that man, he's really tough.
Yeah,
As a baby, because babies want to make fun.
babies just want to make fun, as we heard with little boss baby man.
Oh, boss baby, Marlon Wayans himself, the fish contest.
Yeah,
Anyway, so I watched The Rock.
Mhm.
Great film. Sean Connery, of course, Nick Cage.
yeah.
He
One of his
sort of,
best.
at some point in the film, he does sort of Nick Cage in the sense that he breaks into a jail.
Yeah, he does.
He doesn't steal the jail, but he steals his way in. Sean Connery. There's a great bit in it. You know, Adam and I are Scottish. There's a great bit in the film that I found very amusing. Hadn't
Mhm.
noticed before. Where one of the real top FBI analyst people are reading Sean Connery's character's profile
Mm-hmm.
and is sort of going through all the information, how he's a SAS turncoat and this and that. And then they come on his place of birth, and the guy goes, "Place of birth, Glasgow," and it's the most incredulous line reading you'll ever hear. This guy's supposed to be like a super smart IT whiz,
Yeah,
and he really lays into this line like, it's like nonsense word, Glasgow, and made me laugh.
yeah. It's a good joke.
Well, it's not really a joke. I think the actor just made a really poor decision because
Oh,
he
okay.
didn't know where Glasgow was, but he should have asked,
Mm-hmm.
or he should have Googled it or something. You know.
I learned the other day. We're talking movies and music. I'm a big ABBA fan. Who's not a big ABBA fan?
Do you mean abacus?
Abacus. No, I mean ABBA.
Oh, Peter Bourguignon.
Yeah. I learned the other day that I have been making fun of the song. I can't remember the song's name.
Really
But she
good.
says, "I called you last night from Glasgow" in the song. Yeah. When
I called you last night from Glasgow.
Yeah. We're going to get copyrighted for that.
Yeah, because it was tone perfect.
Because it was spot on.
Yeah.
But I've been making fun of that song, saying it's funny how it sounds like she says Glasgow, but she doesn't.
does.
but she does. She
She's on
does say
tour,
Glasgow.
one must assume.
Mm-hmm.
Calls back home. What song is that? Is that Waterloo?
Let's sing through it and find out what it is.
I want a super trooper, lights are gonna Glasgow, and in Glasgow, sun apart, shining like an amber. That's right, that's it, Super Trooper.
Yeah, Super Trooper. So,
Yeah. Well, it's fun. I like it when
you realise you've been a fool your whole life.
I like being an idiot.
Me too.
I like being an idiot. That's
Yeah.
Currently number one in the USA on the country charts is the song I Like Being an Idiot.
Of course, you were just in the USA.
That's it. That's right. That's where my Delta story came from.
Yeah.
In the US of A, I saw Central Park.
Cool.
I saw Central Park.
Oh, that's probably more up my street.
Alley.
Phoebe. Well, it's literally up an alley.
Yeah.
Chandler.
All streets in a way are alleys,
All streets are alleys.
as Bruce Springsteen sang so memorably in his great song, Alley Boy.
I'm
Alley
just
Bally
a
Bee.
dirty alley boy.
Oh, God, alone.
Oh, God.
On a lonely night by my side, driving my Corvette with a cigarette in my denim jacket. Oh, I'm just an alley boy.
Ha!
I'm gonna stick your wife down an alley, boy. Rich kid, no dreams. His life as strange as it seems. Sucking on an egg.
Sucking on an egg.
Really was my best attempt at singing as well as I could. And that's the most beautiful note I've ever held when I said sucking on an egg a second ago.
It's good we have it recorded.
Sucking on an egg. No, I tried it a different way and it got worse. I really opened up my
I
throat
think
there.
you nailed it.
Like a Corvette engine, you gotta open that baby up and really let her blow.
Well, that's another song by Bruce Springsteen.
You gotta ride on an egg. Sucking on an egg. I'm so cold.
Oh,
He's in your game room. That's the song Adam wrote called Sucking on an Egg in My Game Room. And it's very good.
I live stream on Twitch. I live stream my Mortal Kombat paused while I sing "Sucking on an Egg in My Game Room" on Twitch.
You're the most popular channel on Twitch.
Yeah, it's Big Boy's Head 9919912 at twitch.com/TV.
Yep. Just log
Check
in,
me out.
subscribe.
I'm constantly streaming, even if I'm not in the room.
I'd watch, but I don't want to.
My parents keep like most of the food, and it's basically the cold pantry is what it is. But so you'll see them come and go. Don't pay attention. We'll just wait for my streams.
Yeah.
That's all I can
Yeah.
say.
You don't want someone else distracting on your stream. It's all about you.
Mm-hmm.
You as you unblinkingly gaze into a pause screen of Mortal Kombat, and occasionally maybe an old ham will drop on your head or something, and then the subscribers will peak, and it'll go back to normal, back to
It
the
does.
old trough.
The chat goes crazy every time a ham drops on my head.
You got a lot of donations at that point.
Yeah,
$50, $60, £1, £2.
that's how I live my
Brits are
life.
cheap. 400 euros, Mama Pasta.
Mama Pasta weirdly for
Loves it.
being quite judgmental of me at the beginning of this cast. Loves my Twitch. Which
Well,
is nice
it's
of her.
really good.
Thanks,
It is
Mama
really
Pasta.
good.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play video games.
No, they're hard. I mean, I don't really know how to play them either. I know how to
I
click.
guess that's
I know how to click start, and I know how to put the game in the engine that makes it go.
And even that took years.
It was a long process.
Years and years and years.
I got my NAS Nintendo Entertainment. Yeah, Nintendo
NAS.
Analog System when I was 4, and I was 10 by the time I figured out how to put in Mortal Kombat.
I think it's NES. I think it's New Enigma Simulator.
Oh, okay. Well, it was a new enigma for me.
Yeah,
for,
I think so.
for almost 6 years of my life.
Yeah.
And then at 10, I got it in, and I've literally never stopped pausing it since, which is
No,
pretty cool.
I mean, it's your hobby. It's
Yeah.
your day job. It's your night job. It's your girlfriend. It's your boyfriend. It's your daydream. It's your nightmare.
Mayor.
And it's also the main part
It's
of you.
it's all so cool.
It's all so cool, and you can't have any of it. And that's the inscription you've got written above your, as you call it, cold pantry.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because of course the temperature is a pun.
Yeah, and I'm not allowed to eat the food from the cool pantry. Otherwise, I will be
Melt.
hit.
Yeah, you'll melt. Because it's so cold, it actually is like really, really hot. Like lava.
Just goes right back around.
It's horseshoe theory of food. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm on a new diet actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm only eating paprika.
Like the spice.
Oh no. Maybe I said it wrong. Pringles.
Oh, Pringles.
Yeah,
Paprika Pringles.
Yes, there we are. Thank you.
Okay.
Sorry, I
That
can't
makes
read
sense.
crisp.
Spicy paprika Pringles.
Yeah, and it's been really good for me so far. I haven't discharged waste for a year.
And since you began the diet?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were saying you hadn't
to the
discharged waste
day.
for a year, and upon eating spicy paprika Pringles, you could
No.
discharge waste with the best of them.
No, I was a normal guy,
Mm-hmm.
regular as clockwork.
Yeah. I mean,
Started
we all
the
know
diet
about
day
your
one.
bowel
First
movements.
time one of those crisps touched my lips.
Uh-huh.
An overwhelming sense of constipation, and that has continued to this day. It's been exactly a year. This is I call it my flaniversary. I don't know why, and I've had it nagging away at me that it's got something to do with these crisps. But it's me.
Oh.
It's what I do.
Well,
It's not good for me. I
No.
feel bad. I think I probably should have gone to the toilet at some point this year, but I'm not going to change it because I'm used to it.
so have you not even tried? Or have you just been so backed up that you know you don't need the toilet? Or have you just
Yeah,
not
there's
been...
a sense of
'Cause I thought you
inevitability
were-
about it.
I
I
thought-
haven't tried to run a marathon either.
I
'cause
thought
know
you were
can't.
spending a tomato earlier.
That's what I call it when I go to the bathroom and
Just obsessively wash your face for 10 minutes.
correct.
Okay. That's fine. We all
Because
do
I've
it.
got, I call it OCD, which is just like odd,
Yeah.
you know?
It's,
That's how I spell the word odd. OCD.
yeah.
OCD.
OCD, it looks like I gotta wash my face again.
So I wash my face. This is, again, to the day since I started my Pringles diet. I've developed this obsessive face washing routine.
Uh-huh.
My toenails don't grow anymore. My thumb, I've only got one. I used to have two. I would swear on it.
I'm certain I used to have two
I
thumbs.
know it. Don't tell me otherwise, Pringle. And I can't find my router.
I don't know if that's related.
No, maybe not, but I can't see, so that doesn't make it any easier. Day one of those Pringles touched my lips.
Blind.
And I knew two things. I can't see.
Uh-huh.
Where's my thumb?
And I gotta wash my
I knew a
face.
couple other things. I've got to wash my face, and this is me now. I'm doing this forever.
Yeah. So your toenails
This feels
don't grow.
right.
Your toenails don't grow.
No, that's convenient. That's
I
actually
guess,
easier.
yeah, because I mean that was a problem Howard Hughes always had. Because he would obsessively wash his face.
Was he on the same diet? Was
But
he on the...
he might have been, you know, when he built all those, the first planes.
Well, that's right. I have also... That's another side effect of it. I've become an eccentric billionaire.
I mean, that's kind of an upside.
Well, you could frame it that way, but I can't...
But I don't want to.
I'm just telling myself I am because I can't see my ATM.
Ah, okay.
So I might not be.
You're at the moment.
At the moment, I'm considering myself a billionaire.
ATM, I don't know what's on my ATM.
Atom.
Atom. That's how I say my name sometimes for a bit of fun.
Atom Pasty. That'd be a good name for you if you're a science major.
Atom Pow
Sty.
Posty.
Then you get biology in at the end.
Yeah, okay. That's a cool name for me. I'm probably going to call myself that when I'm alone.
Atom Pasty.
I'll just say that when I'm alone.
You've really done it this time. Atom Pasty.
I say that all the time. Well, I say it on my stream a lot. Or I will.
I was trying to think of a new nickname for you the other day
Mm-hmm.
and couldn't.
No.
No.
Difficult to pin down.
Yeah, I thought I could maybe call you Bugle,
But
but it didn't fit.
no, it doesn't. Because bugle's a horn. Or it's those crisps.
Snacks, yeah.
And I don't eat crisps. And I certainly don't play the horn.
And I do eat crisps.
You do eat crisps, and you love
and
the
I've
horn.
grown a horn on my head since I
So,
started the diet.
Probably Bugle is
Bugle could be
better
my
nickname for
nickname.
you. Yeah, it's probably a good one. I'm still going to call you Ross, but I'll tell everyone else you're called Bugle.
Okay.
That's good.
Well, that works for me.
Mhm.
And I guess at this point, let's just get on with our lives.
Yeah.
We've all got issues. We've all got worries. We've all got diets that we don't have to be on, but we force ourselves to be on, and
Yeah.
they make us very ill.
I
That's
mean,
all of us.
I don't get to touch any food, at all. But I mean, it's not a diet I put myself on. It's a diet I am forced to be on.
Yeah.
But, live with it. Just get by.
Just get over it. Just get over the stomach rumblings. And
Yeah.
spend several hours more than you have to editing out the stomach rumblings out of every episode of this podcast.
Well, I had this cast, but on the Twitch streams, that's when the money shoots up.
Well, they like the rumbles because
maybe
it's
I'll-
like a drum.
And maybe I'll leave maybe I'll leave the rumbles in on the cast. And we'll see how that goes.
Okay, well, it couldn't hurt our numbers.
No, it
'Cause
really
at this
couldn't.
point, who's listening? I
Mama?
think even Mama Pasta's on the fucking way out, based on her feedback,
Pasta's on the fence.
which is a terrible place for pasta because it'll just
'Cause
go
it just
down
droops
the
down
fence.
either side.
Horrid. You don't want to eat
Yeah.
pasta off a fence.
Horrid pasta on a fence. I can't remember what her grandson was called. On Wii.
Marco.
I think he died. She's got a new grandson, Marco, who too young to listen. Danny told me he just doesn't hear things anymore. He's just not listening to stuff anymore.
Danny's ears blew off.
And
He was eating a pumpkin and trying to blow up a balloon at the same time. His ears blew off.
3 other people that listen to the podcast died. So
Oh well. You know what? I'm doing it for me, baby.
yeah, I'm not, but I'm not doing anything else. So it's
No,
fair.
exactly. I mean, it's just at this point, it's just a case of why not?
Yeah.
What else are we gonna do? Eat an egg?
And why not if
I
you're
can't.
if you're an Edinburgh local, a Scotland local, or an Edinburgh local? Why not? It's a great club,
Oh yeah,
and that's
very
down
funky,
George
very
Street. And
funky.
I haven't been let in yet. I go down every night in my tops and tails, in my whole tuxedo with a big hat on.
Yep.
And I haven't been let in. They say I will not fit on the dance floor, and everyone will be grotesquely disgusted.
It's weird. You're too well dressed for those plebs.
Yeah. They say, get along to the Ritz, old timer. And
That is funny though.
the Ritz won't let me in either though, because I don't have any money.
Yeah. You're between a rock and a hard place because you're
I'm between
Dirt poor.
I'm between Why Not and the Ritz.
you're between why not and a Ritz place because you're dirt poor,
Uh-huh.
but you have an old world mentality, kind of this old gentleman's spirit
Have
in
a
a,
real old
young
world
man's
charm.
body.
Yeah.
And isn't that a pain in the butt?
But if you are a listener who goes to Why Not, works at Why Not, knows Why Not, why not let me in your club for once, please?
Yeah, if you're the doorman on Why Not, 1, let Adam in.
2, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Thank you, a new listener. Thank God. But in the meantime, we're going to keep churning these out because I want something for future generations to enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any valuable culture being released at the moment, and I think this is the best thing, the best piece of art being released every week, or sometimes every other week, or sometimes every 3 weeks in the world.
Whenever.
Ever. Right now.
Yeah, I think so as well. I mean, I'd agree.
So this is for future generations. Genius hits a target that other people can't see. That's what this is.
Yeah.
This is the best.
This is
If you're listening to it, you're ahead of the curve. Pat yourself on the back.
Yeah.
If you are not listening to it, you are a dumb dope. Eat an egg.
Yeah. And if you were
Lay
listening
an
to
egg.
this in the future, in the far off year of 2020 or 2019 or probably
10,000.
Yeah, why not? Let's go to 10,000. Let's skip all the way ahead. If you're listening to this then and you're listening to it on, I know, probably like digital laser disc or like direct download into your infrared brain scan.
Zipping around in your spacesuit on Mars.
Yeah, you're probably thinking, wow, how were these kids, these dudes, these guys, because we'll be kids because life expectancy will be 486. So they
486 nards, which is going to be the New Year's, which are actually 5,000 Earth years. So these people are going to live 20 odd billion years, I think, by my math.
So being in your 30s is going to be basically being in your 20s.
It's the blink of an eye in nards. 1 year is a blink of an eye in nards.
So they'll be like these little nardlings, they were so young but so ahead of the curve, and
They
there
don't
are
have that voice.
there are super nards who have gotten like hundreds and billions of nards old.
We're super nerds.
Yeah, we're super nards,
And that's all I want you to take away from this,
But-
everyone listening.
they'll be listening to us, and they'll be saying, this is the gospel of the future. This is the gospel of the future. This is the gospel of the future.
This is the gospel of the future.
This is the gospel of the future. This is the gospel
of
the
the
future.
future. Tune in next week where we'll be talking to ourselves again.
Bye.
History and law in law.